No, Hector, no. No, Hector.
Wait, I'm sorry, Ruby. I don't know what went wrong.
Come on, Father, come on in. I just finished packing my suitcase.
Vi and your mother are ready to go out to
Oh,
dinner.
well, let's go then. I'll just finish packing when I come back.
You had Ruby's coin made into a key holder?
Father, I already explained to you why I want to keep that, and that's until I have achieved a good financial position.
My son, I think that the real reason why you're still hanging on to this is because this coin signifies the memories and the only link that remains between you and Ruby. It is the one thing that ties you to her.
It's ironical. A coin ties me to Ruby, and the lack of money is why we broke off.
Alejandro, why are you still hounding my memories?
Alejandro, I do know you. And I know that your success should not depend on whether you have to prove it to Ruby or to anyone else but to yourself only.
And to her as well, Father. I promised her that I was going to give her all of the things she ever wanted. That woman has hurt me so much, Father. She just brushed away our love, and why? So she could go look for a millionaire, right? Well, so now I will have to prove to her that she would have never regretted if she only stayed with me.
My son, don't talk like that. Don't change the course of your life the way that girl has. She's only interested in her goals. You should concentrate on excelling in your field so Ruby will realize she was wrong for having left.
Father, you know what? I've struggled so much just to be someone in this life. Now more than ever, I will do it for Ruby.
Listen. This report was prepared by my assistant. The advantages and disadvantages about what you're selling is being compared to some other brands in the market. You will be losing quite a lot. The ones from Advanced Orthopedics are the best ones. Well, then I can offer you a sales percentage, Doctor. And you know that very well. I know that. But you have to admit, Pascual, your products are really pretty bad, you know? Especially the ones that are used for surgery. Listen, I just actually really need to have much better options so I can make a decision in your favor. And will 12% be acceptable to you? No, I don't think that'll be fine. No way, no. For me to recommend your equipment among the directors of the hospital, you'll have to give me around 30%. And in cash. The best way to go. You know that.
Do you like the place?
Yes. I've never been in a place like this.
It's good you got to see it with me first. What would you like?
I'd like a soft drink.
Wouldn't you like to taste something else? Like maybe a margarita or maybe try a Paloma special?
No, I'm not familiar with those kinds of drink, and I don't like alcohol, Marco.
Then I suggest a piña colada. It's very sweet. Don't drink it if you won't like it. Waiter, would you be so kind to bring us a piña colada for the young lady? And for me, I'll have a scotch on the rocks.
No.
It's all right. All you have to do is taste it. I want to make a toast to you. We can't do that with a soft drink, you know.
And why a toast for me?
You see, Christina, I want to make a toast since you're a very special lady. I like the way you blush when I flatter you all over. And how nervous you get when I caress your hand. And when I'm near you. Hello?
Hello, my love.
Hello. Have you spoken to Ruby?
No, I only get to see her at the university, since you're taking up most of her time, you know.
Why? Does
Does Ruby have to talk to me about something special?
No. Forget it. It's not really important.
I'm just going to change and I'm all set to go
To the movies. But then if you're still busy with things at the office, I can just ask Cayetano to take me and I will see you there.
Forgive me. Could we just take a rain check? I have a headache. I really feel so terrible.
Oh, my love, I'm so sorry for you. You should take some pills for the pain and take very good care of yourself.
Yes. And I'm really sorry. I know that you were excited to see that movie.
That doesn't matter. The important thing is you should feel better. I love you.
You as well. I'll see you.
You're not going anymore.
No, Nanny. Hector's not feeling well.
That's a pity. But I really didn't like what you suggested.
And what is that?
Well, you've suggested that Cayetano will just take you there. Your boyfriend should pass by for you here.
If Hector wasn't too busy, he really would have done so. And besides, it's no problem for me.
It's a problem in the long run. A big one. Of course, if you let men get used to it, not even demanding a little thing as passing by, they'll be inconsiderate.
Hector's not like that.
That's precisely why I'm telling you this, my little girl. So you won't force him to turn out that way.
Oh, Nanny, you're starting to irritate me. I want to change. Give me my pajamas.
No, my little girl. You really do look beautiful. Why don't you just go and visit Hector? Maybe give him a surprise, huh?
Should I really? Wouldn't it be better if I just let him rest?
Listen, dear. It would surely do him better if he sees you there. Since you are his future wife. And since he's sick right now, a visit from his girlfriend is what he needs, huh?
Why didn't that kiss of Hector feel the same way as your kisses? Alejandro.
My love, you weren't expecting me, right? How are you feeling now, my love? I was so worried about you, that's why I'm here. Since you're feeling sick, I can take care of you always. Come, let's go and have a seat.
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
You know what? I feel much better now. We can have dinner if you like.
No, my love. Come here. You just stay here and rest. Cayetano is downstairs waiting for me now. I only dropped by for a minute because it wouldn't be right if we were both all alone. Or perhaps we're not all alone. Are you here with Alejandro?
No, he hasn't come back from his trip.
Have you eaten? Let me prepare something for you. What do you like to have?
Nothing, thank you. Do you know what I feel like doing?
What?
I'd like to rest my head.
I was talking to Father and... You've been forgetting things quite a lot lately, right, Mother?
Yes, I don't know what's happening to my head. Do you think I should buy a personal planner so I can write everything I should remember?
No, Mother. I don't think that would be helpful. Actually, I've been observing you during this past few days and... Mother, in one day, you can forget one or two things or several more.
Oh, well now, people my age are never 100% sound. You know, even the Three Musketeers aren't the same as they used to be. Alejandro, do you think I'm being more forgetful than the way I usually was?
Oh, yes, Mother. But you shouldn't worry. I'll see what can be done. For the moment, I want you to do some exercises for the memory every night, okay?
Okay, sure. Whatever you say, Doctor. I do trust you. Well, for the basic reason that you are a very excellent doctor. The best one.
Well, this doctor of yours really needs to find a job very, very soon.
My son. When things appear to be really very difficult, just remember that you have accomplished so much now, and gather your strength from where you've always found it before. There, inside of you. Promise me you'll always remember.
I promise you.
My dear son.
So, stop. We haven't done anything on the publicity
There's
project.
still a lot of time, darling.
No, you keep telling me that, but we haven't started yet.
Well, our love has already started.
No, Saul.
I got a gift for you. I would really love to see this on you.
No, you really don't want me to wear that. Especially now, right?
No. Now what I really want is for you to take off what you're wearing.
Saul, will you stop this?
Come on, kiss me now.
No, Saul, stop.
You know you make me feel very hot every time
I
you repeat
said
me.
no. No.
Hey there, what's the matter? Why are you being so difficult?
Sophie, try and do your best to excel in your career and get to know Louise better even
I
through
don't
the
know
internet.
what might happen. I don't think it's enough for me to get to know him better only
Go
through the
ahead.
internet like Hector and his girlfriend. But I really miss him a great deal.
Cheer up. Bear in mind that he didn't want to stay away from you. We might see each other again.
I'm going to miss you very much, Alejandro. Especially when I talk to you and I listen to your advice and when we laugh together. I hope you will find a job soon and you should forget about that witch Ruby.
Sophie, love you.
Yes, son. Have a nice trip, son. I pray you'll find the strength to handle all the very difficult moments.
Well, come on. That's enough kissing now. Otherwise, you might miss your boss, Alejandro.
Thank you, Father.
Is our luggage ready?
Please take very good care of Mother.
I will.
She mustn't stop narrating every night what she did during the day.
I
That
promise.
she'll
I
do
promise.
everything
Don't
she's
worry about
done.
it. I promise you, I'll do that.
Will you promise me
don't
that?
worry now. Take good care of yourself, son.
Well then,
All right, go
I love
now,
you
go
very
now.
much.
God bless you.
So, these past few days that we've been spending together, I have been feeling so much pressure. It is you who decides, and you have never asked me what I want.
Oh, stop pretending. You do like it that way.
Will you please hear me? I love you, Saul, but I need you to show more consideration, you know? Why don't we look for I don't know, maybe for a way so we could get adjusted to each other? Saul, I feel that you only think about yourself sometimes. About your satisfaction. Sometimes you hurt me.
The problem is you're always saying that you desperately need to have that proper atmosphere. It should be romantic and all those ridiculous things.
Well, for me, those things are not ridiculous. The important thing for me is that my partner should always be considerate. He should be tender and very affectionate. So, why don't we try to start from scratch once more, like nothing happened? Huh? We could get to know each other and feel closer, just holding each other's hands.
What do you want, Lorena? A relationship of holding sweaty hands like we were 15 years old? You know what? Let's call it off and get out of here right away because you won't waste any more of my time. Come on, leave! There are many girls who would like to be here with me right now, and they're the kind of girls who will make my life easier. Now it's over, Lorena. Get out!
Hector, why are you here?
Ruby, we have to talk. Please, come on.
And what could we say to each other after what happened last night? No, we better not.
I beg you, Ruby. It's very important to me.
Well, all right, but not here.
How was your night with Marco?
Very well. He wanted to make a toast for me because I am very special.
You are my dear. You should never even think of doubting that.
He also said that, well, I got his attention so much because of the way I am. I'm always serious. I'm always very shy. But he says that he does like that because nowadays women are always very daring and they always initiate everything. At what moment he got to be so very close to me, Mother, that I thought he was going to kiss me. And well, I had to step back because... Oh, Mother, I am really confused now.
Don't you know what you feel for him?
It's just, when I danced with Gaetano, I was feeling the same way.
I used to enjoy it very much. Whenever I danced with your father, we both liked dancing.
Did you really, Mother?
Yes, my darling. Those were the most beautiful moments for us.
Well, that's just my problem. I still don't feel like a couple with Caetano or either Marco. Mother, I'm so scared of breaking my heart. Marco and Caetano, you know. Mother, I do like them both.
Despite the fact that Alejandro exposed me in front of everyone, it's good to know that the press still wrote good things about me. I gave a good impression, and I even met Victoria Gallegos.
Is she going to donate some money for the project on spinal tissue research?
She will give her decision when we get to Mexico. She's very interested in the project. The truth is that Alejandro really did a very good job.
Oh, by the way, I saw him talking with Victoria. You think he might have told her something?
Well, she trusts me. I am her doctor. But if in case that did happen, then don't expect me to just stand in the corner and do nothing.
You see, my dear, I told you you'd have a number of suitors whom you will choose from. And you didn't believe me, right?
No. No. Now I don't know what'll happen.
Choosing among admirers isn't easy. That's why you should get to know them better.
It wouldn't be wrong if I went out with them both.
It's the only way for you to know them better. Although what you cannot do is make them both feel that they have a chance with you. And most of all, always bear in mind that you'll have to choose later on.
Ruby, I feel embarrassed with what I did.
No, Hector. I shouldn't have allowed you to kiss me too. I myself feel so awful.
I'm responsible. It's my fault.
Don't blame yourself. It's us both. The thing is, we had such a good time. We got carried away with our feelings for each other. Hector.
Ruby, I don't know what to say.
You know this just cannot be. I am the best friend of Maribel.
It shouldn't have happened. Please forgive me.
You know, our kiss made me realize that Oh, Hector, I won't be able to deal with this if I'm still around you. I can't go on. I won't be able to work for you anymore.
I understand. It's for the best.
Farewell, Hector. Hello, Lorena.
Hello. You look very happy.
Yes, I am. And I surely have my reasons. And you? How are you doing?
I forgot to tell you about the bridal shower for Maribel. Well, since you're the best friend, I just hope you won't miss it.
How can you think that I would miss it?
Hi.
That jerk did something to you, right? Hey, don't you feel bad? You don't need a scumbag like that who's worth nothing.
It's just... It's just that we broke up last night and... It's awful.
Forget him now. It wouldn't be that difficult for you to find a guy who's better than he is.
Ruby, I've all of it ready. Last night I worked on the project, and now the whole campaign is finally complete, huh?
Let's see later. Can't you see what's wrong with Lorena?
Lorena, what happened? What's wrong with you?
Someone broke up with her last night, and that scumbag has now hooked up with Ingrid again.
When I heard from Gonzalo that you weren't taking his flat because you didn't have any job, I couldn't believe it.
I was so embarrassed by
Gonzalo
it.
understands. It's all right now.
Right.
The worst part of it all is this thing about Bermudez.
There's nothing to explain. I gave him resignation papers a while ago to his secretary, and I have to start looking for a job somewhere soon.
Why not then join me in putting up a private medical office where you and I could work together?
No, for the moment I can't afford to set up a consulting office.
Doctor, I'm glad that I found you here. There's a meeting going on with the committee and Dr. Bermudez is looking for you. He wants you to be there.
Me?
Yes, he didn't tell me for what, but please go upstairs.
Thank you very much, Blanquita.
They're almost done with my wedding dress, and I'm really excited, Ruby. They already gave me the wedding rings, and they're even engraved, and mine has his name on it, and his ring had my name, and the wedding date is set.
Well, you are so ecstatic, Maribel.
Yes, because every day is one day less before our wedding. Although, as you see, I extremely have been missing Hector because these past few days I haven't been seeing him much. He hardly has the time to pick me up or go out on a date because he has so much work to do.
Listen, don't take this personal, but it's really very difficult for Hector to pass by for you every day during dismissal, huh?
Yes, I know. And I think it's a good thing that he would continue being committed, because it's the only way we can be assured of the quality and dedication of...
Huh? Mrs. Victoria?
How are you, Alejandro?
Alejandro! We were just talking about you.
Why not think about it, Maribel? I don't know why you still have to attend your classes here when you have so many things to prepare. Why don't you just concentrate on preparing everything for your wedding? What a waste for you to come here if you won't even finish the semester. What's more, if I were you, I'd take the advantage of the free days to go through the therapies that Alejandro suggested to you. Because according to his studies, he said they would definitely help you a lot.
Well, yes, but
I know that you don't want to spend the whole day there at the hospital, but you must also think that it could be quite a great surprise for Hector. And you should also do it for yourself, Maribel. That way you will walk more confidently when you march down the aisle of the church. Dun 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 dun. You'll also feel better as soon as Hector and you dance your favorite song.
I do wish that would be possible even for that single most important day of my wedding. Not to have this shameful problem that I have with my leg.
Maribel, you shouldn't worry about it. Don't get upset about what you can't have now. But look forward to what you could possibly achieve through those therapies, huh? Don't feel bad about what I'm saying to you. You know all of us love you, and we accept you as is, the way you are. But this will be the most special day of your life. Just imagine if you could give such a surprise to Hector, Maribel.
Dr. Cardenas, have a seat.
Thank you very much.
Your presence here is very essential. We are making some decisions about the project on tissue cultivation.
I'm sorry, I really don't understand because, well, as far as I'm concerned,
Alejandro, I'm sorry for interrupting. Although you and I expressed a lot of differences during the Congress, does not mean that you're not going to do your part in our research and investigation.
Dr. Bermudez, let me remind you, I'm no longer connected with this hospital.
Oh, please, come on. What is he saying? Allow me first to explain.
Dr. Bermudez, probably what Alejandro is referring to is the problem with the administration that you have mentioned. Because I'm sure that there is a solution.
Yes, of course, certainly. There was a little confusion about something unimportant. It's something that definitely can be addressed. I guess it can. Dr. Cardenas, we really need to know, in a detailed manner, what are the individual phases of the project, the total cost, and the time you estimate, more or less, for each of the phase, since it's possible we'll receive some financing for the whole project from an honorable member of our board of patrons. And that's Victoria Gallegos.
forgive me?
You know, our kiss made me realize that Oh, Hector, I won't be able to deal with this if I'm still around you. I can't go on. I won't be able to work for you anymore.
Hello? Maribel.
How are you, my love? I was so eager to hear your voice again. Are you dropping by for me?
No. I was just about to call you so I could tell you that my godfather asked if I could talk to some employees for him.
So that means we're not seeing each other. I told you. Well, all right. I hope everything goes well with your employees over there. Take care of yourself.
He won't be passing by for you again, right? I told you.
You know what? On second thought, while you do have a point, why complicate the life of Hector by asking him to drop by for me?
That's right, there's no use.
I better inform them of my leave of absence so I could concentrate and be totally committed to this new life. Right now, that's really the most important thing for me.
So did he say he was going to be working all day?
No, he'll be coming to the house later.
Oh, that's a bummer. I finished my schoolwork so I can drop by your house and you could show me all of the wedding itineraries and preparations.
Yes, Ruby, please come with me.
No,
yes, you can
Hector
come
will be
over,
there.
Ruby. You see, ever since you started working for Hector, we don't see each other often. You know that what's important for me ever since is you, my friend. I want you to share with me the happiness I feel now that I'm getting married.
Oh, that's really so sweet. You don't know how very interested I am about everything you prepared for your wedding with Hector.
Well then, if there are no more doubts or questions, the decision is yours to give, Victoria. Although we could look for some other donors or some patrons, or...
That isn't necessary, Doctor. I wanted us to have this meeting to make sure that everything stated will be made official. I am convinced I'll be the one who will back up and personally fund this research project. And to make sure that everything will be handled correctly and to the letter, I would like to insist on one condition.
Whatever it is, you're the financier.
Make sure that the management of this project is under Dr. Alejandro Cardenas. I know it was you who showed it to Bermudez. During the Congress, all of us could see how well you spoke and demonstrated your knowledge on the matter. Besides, you have obviously reflected the humanitarian and ethical goals of this hospital. And for this reason, I want you to be in charge of this project.
This privilege is quite an honor. But beforehand, I would also like to hear from the other directors of this hospital.
The condition that our patron gave here is not really at all that advisable. But what really counts is that we must get on with the research. Don't you think?
That's right.
So therefore, you accept, Dr. Cardenas?
I'm very delighted, and I'm very grateful for your invitation. Thank you so much.
What are you thinking, Daddy?
As far as I can remember, I have been the one insisting that you shouldn't give up on rehabilitation.
I know that, Daddy. You always did the follow-ups and the appointments, but then I got tired of so many hospitals.
It was really never easy, my dear. You were still a little girl. And you had to undergo several operations. It was such hard work for you to walk again. Can you imagine the pain of those therapies?
I remember that very well. You used to tell me to just think of my mother, that she's watching from heaven in the clouds, and that she wanted so much to see me walk again.
And she's always guided us, my dear. I can never compensate for the absence of your mother.
We both miss her very much, Daddy. Since then, and up to this day. But then, you have been a father who's just so wonderful.
Do you really believe that, my princess?
You always made me feel I'm someone you cared for and supported. So I hope that in this one, you'll be just the same.
So why didn't you tell me in the first place that you were the main benefactor of this hospital?
Because what I experienced with my husband taught me a very big lesson. That now I have to be careful. Alejandro, I have to make sure that anyone will like me for who I am. Not for my fortune.
Victoria, I understand.
What do you mean you're not going to do it?
Of course I won't.
Did Victoria decide not to finance a research project?
She will. She said she'll be releasing the funds. Only in the condition that Alejandro will be the project head.
Didn't I say that? She really does like the guy.
When Victoria came over, I told her he made a huge error with regard to his administration, so I had to fire the guy. But then she confronted me. She told me she didn't believe me and that she'll bring it up with the committee. And she said I will no longer be her orthopedic consultant. The last and final blow.
So this just means that Alejandro has stolen her attention. And you should think of that as something to watch out for. Because it's one thing to interfere with the status of Dr. Cardenas, and it's another thing to be challenged and contradicted by Victoria Gallegos.
I cannot allow just any person like Bermudez to go on being my doctor. I have no more confidence in the man. And well, I hope you will accept me as your patient.
Well, but of course. It's my way of saying thank you for everything you've done for me.
Life does change radically, Alejandro. You live here in Mexico, and so does my son. Perhaps you will be able to help him someday.
I'd gladly do it for you. Will you introduce me? Should I look for him?
No. Now is not the right moment. I'll let you know when. I'll see you later.
Mrs. Victoria. Thank you. You don't know what all of this means to me.
I can just imagine.
And I'm not only referring to my professional career, but to my life. This opportunity will open a door for me which I thought was closed forever.
You are someone whose time has now come.
Besides the fact that you made me hang on to my dreams, you also taught me a lesson. Last night I was talking with my father about how important it is not to stay steadfast in one's path. And you showed me just now how rewarding it is if one will only stand firmly on his road, not waver on his ideas. Ma'am, I'm going to do my best so you won't be disappointed. I say that straight from the heart.
I know, Alejandro. I know.
Thank you very much.
Maribel, what is it that made you reconsider the possibility of going back to physiotherapy?
Ruby talked to me about it, and I would really love the idea of walking even just a bit better on my wedding day.
Then go ahead with it, my princess. If you are decided, well, count on me too.
Oh, thanks a lot, Daddy.
And how is Hector? I haven't seen him around here lately.
Well, he's been busy with work, and he had a headache last night, that's why.
So you went over there?
Think that was bad?
No, I know you. And I trust you, dear.
Thank you, Daddy. And well, Hector will do just fine. I'm sure that we're going to be very happy together.
In just one day, my luck changed for the better. Not only did I get my job back, but you're now looking at the chief of the Research and Development Group.
Well, that's good news. I'm happy for you. How did everything turn out so good?
It was divine intervention through a wonderful woman whom I just met.
Wait a minute. Back up a little bit more. A woman?
No. It's not what you're thinking. Wait a minute. What are those bags there?
They're presents for Maribel. It's part of her trousseau.
I'm glad everything is going just fine between Maribel and you. You don't know how glad that makes me feel, Hector.
What a nice, beautiful necklace. Is it a gift to you from Miss Maribel?
Yes. She did.
Oh, Ruby, it's very pretty. You should lend these beautiful things to your sister now that she's going out.
Oh, yeah, with that nasty Marco and that chauffeur? I mean, with Cayetano.
Ruby, show some respect for Marco and Cayetano. This is the last time I will tell you.
Yes, Mother.
I thought you'd be here sulking in depression, but imagine that. Thanks to that woman Victoria, you're very happy. You'll be able to do what you really like, and you're even ahead. A toast to you.
A toast. Hector, thank you so much for offering me to stay in your apartment, but then since everything went well at the hospital, I'm going ahead with my plan of getting my very own apartment.
Okay, if you insist. Cheers to that as well.
Cheers to that. And I won't ever forget that I still owe you a lot of money, huh?
Oh, forget
No
it.
way will that happen. I wouldn't feel all right.
It's up to you. But when it comes to what I paid at the hospital, you don't owe me anything.
Of course I do. I will pay everything that I owe you.
Alejandro, it's no longer your obligation to pay me.
But it was, Hector. Just because things have changed doesn't mean that I should forget it just like that.
Alejandro, I don't want to be rude, but accept it now. Ruby doesn't have anything to do with you anymore.
She used to, and that's enough reason.
And is that why you think you have the right to go on bothering her?
All I want is to pay something that I still owe. I never was bothering Ruby.
So you're denying that you waited for her outside the company building?
No, of course. I'm not going to deny that.
If you're thinking of having a serious relationship with someone, give yourself time.
Sometimes things can also happen very quickly and quite unexpectedly.
That is true, because your feelings would always get in the way. You cannot dictate to your heart and force it to love someone, or to stop loving someone else.
We were talking about Christina, Mother. I was asking you if she knows who among the two men does she like.
I wouldn't know. But it seems to me that both Marco and Cayetano are very much interested in your sister. She cannot further prolong this situation. It is not right to play with the feelings of two men, making them feel they have a chance with you.
And do you think that Christina would do so?
No, I wasn't talking about her. But my child, it is important to consider if you have true feelings for a man, so you won't get lost along the way.
You have a point. It's important for one to decide who's the man she will love.
Hector, I waited for her outside the building only so I could remind her of what I could see.
Now don't you give me that same excuse again. Why do you have to lie? According to you, you were never going back to her, but you look for her and you pressure her.
Hector, you don't know how Ruby really is inside.
And you don't understand that that woman isn't yours now.
Calm down. Believe me. I was worried because I thought the preoccupation of that girl was to get close to you because of your money. Understand that?
What are you saying? What are you saying? That Ruby only wants to get close to me because of my money?
What's going on, Hector? What happened to you two?
How dare you ask me that question when you know very well that I'm getting married?
I'm asking you this question because you don't know Ruby. What kind of person she really is. She's a woman who could do you a lot of
Alejandro,
harm.
will you stop imagining those things? Do you think I would be buying all this for Maribel if I were thinking of someone else?
Understand
No,
me,
I don't
Hector.
understand anything. For your information, Ruby won't work for me anymore.
Oh, no? But why?
Because it's no use. All right, that's enough. I don't see the point of your damn questions. You're just obsessed with Ruby.
The reason I'm asking you is because you're my friend and I care for you. I never wanted to take advantage of you because...
Are you listening to what you're saying now? Because to me, it sounds you really want to reconcile with Ruby.
No. No, you're wrong. I've no plans of going back to her.
Alejandro, I don't want to argue with you any longer.
I'm already done. And I also included in there the proposals for the media campaign, just as you've suggested I should. For example, are the brochures and other marketing materials.
Yes, I will immediately present all this to Mr. David.
Mr. Milian, don't forget to show him this, my proposal.
Yes. Yes, I'll present it together with the ideas I'm suggesting so Mr. David will have more options.
Thank you very much, Mr. Milian. This is my very first project professionally, and I hope you like it.
Mr. De La Fuente is looking for you, architect. He is here.
Let him in.
Hector, how are you? I haven't seen you in quite a while.
Have a seat. It's a surprise to see you here.
Thank you. I wanted to see Genaro, but he isn't here. I suppose he told you all about my proposal for your company to carry out the construction of my future branches.
Yes, he mentioned it.
And? What do you think? Because with respect to doing business together, I should be aware of your opinion.
Well, whatever you both agreed on will be decided by my godfather, not me.
Listen, Hector. I'm sorry that we both had to get into an argument before. For Maribel, let's try to leave that all behind. I'm going to respect your preference that you'll handle everything your way.
What a surprise.
Alejandro. And why are you here?
I came to say hi to Maribel. But since you're here, I better drop by another day.
And what is it you want from Maribel, huh?
You're interested in my plan, Ruby?
I honestly never thought that by simply using the computer, one could have a relationship. That's normal. Hector, you know very well that I always had my doubts about the way you felt for each other, knowing you were far from one another. Well, it would help if you'll often see each other.
I don't know, but lately Maribel and I...
Yeah, I know that. And in that case, I'm very glad that I was totally wrong. Since I can see that, everything will be fine. Between you as well as my daughter. It seems you're convinced about the way you feel for each other.
Don't fool yourself. I'm still the one you love.
And so what if I did? If I gave half of my life just so I could kiss you again, caress you, and feel your body close to mine? Would that be enough to change everything?
Do you really desire to kiss me?
It's been a long time since we had our last kiss because you made your decision. You decided to bury the real love that I felt for you, Ruby.
But you haven't forgotten.
Well, I know I will. Because I can never feel anything for a woman whose precious heart is as dead cold as her own name. As cold as a ruby.
And if I told you that I do
No,
still
don't you
have
say
some-
it. You lie so well that I could even believe to love each other again is really possible. Goodbye, Ruby. Goodbye.
Alejandro, don't!